In a small, quiet village, nestled between rolling hills and whispering forests, lived an old man named Elder Farin. His hair was as white as the snow that dusted the mountaintops in winter, and his face was lined with the soft wrinkles of time, like the gentle folds of a well-worn map. Elder Farin moved slowly, with a cane carved from an ancient oak tree, yet his eyes sparkled with warmth and wisdom that the villagers cherished. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon and the sky turned to twilight, Elder Farin would make his way to the village square. There, beneath an ancient oak tree, he would light an old brass lantern. The lantern was no ordinary one. It had been passed down through generations, and its golden glow never dimmed, no matter how dark the night became. The villagers called him the Lantern Keeper, for every night without fail, he would sit on the wooden bench by the lantern and tell stories. His voice, though soft and gentle, carried through the crisp evening air, wrapping everyone in a cozy blanket of tales. Children would sit cross-legged at his feet, while the older villagers would gather around, their faces bathed in the warm light of the lantern. Elder Farin's stories were always peaceful, about the forest creatures who lived in harmony, the stars that danced in the sky, and the wind that sang lullabies to the trees. His words were like a soft, soothing melody, one that made everyone feel safe and calm. The worries of the day would melt away as his stories flowed like a gentle stream, carrying them all to a place where the world was simple and kind. One autumn evening, as the air cool breeze rustled the leaves, Elder Farin told a story about the moon. Long ago, he began, there was a time when the moon grew tired of shining so brightly. It wanted to rest and hide away behind the clouds, just for a little while. But the stars, worried that the earth would be too dark without the moon, sent a gentle wind to visit it. The wind whispered a promise to the moon. Rest now, dear friend. I will carry your light to the lanterns below, so no one will be afraid of the dark. As Elder Farin spoke, the golden light of the lantern flickered had come to listen. And so, he continued, the moon took its rest, knowing that the lanterns on earth would keep the night warm and bright. And ever since that night, the wind has carried the moon's light to every lantern, just like this one here, to remind us that even in the darkest of times, there is always a gentle light to guide us. The villagers sighed contentedly, they're heartened by the old man's soothing words. Soon, one by one, they began to drift off to sleep, right there under the oak tree, with the soft glow of the lantern dancing in their dreams. Elder Farin smiled and leaned back against the tree, the lantern's golden glow reflecting in his eyes. The village was quiet, peaceful, and safe under his watchful care. And as the stars twinkled above, the old man closed his eyes, knowing that his stories would continue to light the way, just as they had for so many years. And so, with the soft whisper of the wind and the gentle glow of the lantern, the village slept soundly, wrapped in the warmth of Elder Farin's stories, under the watchful gaze of the moon.